Welcome to Friday 15, Google's series of tips for busy small business owners. Give us 15 minutes of your time and we'll provide practical information you can implement immediately to grow your business online. My name is Whitney Lemon from Google's Get Your Business Online team, and I'm so excited to introduce Marvin Augustin, a website optimization expert, and educator from Homestead Websites. How are you doing, Marvin?
I'm doing great. It's a pleasure to be back. How are you doing?
It is a pleasure to have you back. I'm so excited you can make some more time for us. In today's session, we'll talk about 3 simple ways to improve your website. We'll cover first, adding a map of your location to your site. Second, adding files to your site. And last, improving page names and descriptions on your site. If you created a free website through Google's Get Your Business Online program, if your existing site was built using Intuit Websites, now Homestead, this session will provide step-by-step instructions for implementing the ideas. If you built your site with different software, that's okay. You or your webmaster can apply these ideas as well. It means you might have to take some different steps. So let's get started. In today's session, we're going to continue our series of tips for improving a business website. We already brought Marvin on to talk about ways to improve your website, and we're going to continue that discussion today. Let's start with the first tip, adding a map of your location. Marvin, why is this so important?
A map is important because it creates and allows an easy way for your prospects and searchers to find and get to your location easily. Most of the time, we'll put our address only on the website. But if you're someone like me who's somewhat terrible with directions, I can get lost and not find your location. And the worst thing you can do is lose business because a visitor or prospect couldn't find your location. So you definitely want to incorporate a map. Most maps have step-by-step instructions on how to get to that location. So definitely something that you want to add to the website.
Great. It's worth mentioning that a business owner can get a free listing on Google Maps. It's like your online directory, and they can do that by visiting www.google.com/placesforbusiness. Can you walk us through the steps to adding a Google map to your website?
First thing you want to do is you want to go to google.com/maps. Once you get to google.com/maps, you want to find your location on the map. Upon finding location on the map, you want to click on the link button. As soon as you click on the link button, over to the right-hand side, 2 different codes will appear. The one you want to choose is paste HTML for websites. Then you're going to copy the code, then go back to the side of the plus. Then you want to hit the insert button. Once you hit the insert button, next you want to hit the more button. After you hit the more button, you want to click on the HTML button. As soon as you hit on the HTML button, a dialog box will appear allowing you to paste in that code. Just before you paste that code, small businesses, remember to remove whatever it shows before you paste in the code. It'll ordinarily have your HTML snippet, so remove that and then paste in your code and hit OK. And then voila, you hit save and publish, and you're done. Also keep in mind that on the Google/map section, just before you copy the code, is to customize and view your map. That allows you to change the map size. You can go from large to small, and it also allows you to change the dimensions of your map. So you can go from 400 pixels by 400 or 300 by 300. Most commonly, 425 pixels what's going to be set as. What you want to use to decide how big or small your map is how much real estate you have on that particular page. So you may want to make it a little bit smaller. So you have a little bit of space. If you have enough space, I would leave it at the default size.
Great. So sounds easy enough. Go to google.com/maps, customize your maps, copy and paste some HTML code from that onto your website. So hopefully that shouldn't be too difficult, and it'll definitely pay off big when your customers can find your location. So our next tip covers adding files to your website. First of all, what types of files are we talking about? How would this be useful?
We're talking about Word document files, PDF files. Those are the most common ones. And they're used for uploading brochures, uploading forms that you want your prospects to download and print or fax to you. Another common one is also coupons. So you can upload coupons so that business can download them and bring to your site. So those are the most common uses for those.
So can you walk us through adding files to a website built through Intuit?
So again, we want to go back to Site with a Plus. Once you get to Site with a Plus, you want to hit on the Insert button. And this is one of the easiest steps that you can take within the software. When you hit Insert, like I said, you want to hit More once again. And once you hit More, directly underneath the HTML button that we clicked on earlier, File, which is just underneath that, like I said. The minute you do that, a dialog box will appear, and there'll be a button that says Upload. Hit the Upload button, and all of a sudden, you're looking at the files on your machine. Choose the file that you want to upload, then hit OK, hit Save and Publish, and all of a sudden, you have a file that's embedded on your website.
So anyone can do this. They don't just